Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tina and I'm a full-time reseller. And today I'm bringing you another What Sold weekend edition. So these are my sales from Friday afternoon until Monday morning, or I guess I should say afternoon when I'm filming this. It's getting later and later, but I had a massive amount of shipping to do today. So it took me a little while to get that all finished. And I am now done. Everything is ready to go to the post office. So now I'm filming the video for you. Um, Hopefully the lighting's okay. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go to the computer screen in a second. I didn't feel like setting up all the lights or anything. We are having some snow. You guys probably can't see behind me, but it is snowing right now. So we'll see what that amounts to. Hopefully not a whole lot. But all right, let's get into what sold this weekend.
Alrighty, so here we go. Also, just to let you know, I did not have any sales on Poshmark or Etsy this weekend. It was all eBay. And I do have three things that I sold that have not been paid for, so I am not going to include those. Um, I took best offers on all three of them, and the buyers have not paid. So hopefully we will, or hopefully they will, because those sales total almost $200. So, we'll see what happens if they don't pay, in the 4-day time period. Then I will open up a non-paying, bidder case or whatever. Okay. So the first item that sold is these women's black Reebok Classic sneakers. These sold for $34.99 plus shipping. These are new with the box. Oh, that tastes so good. I am drinking a salted caramel coffee. It's so nice to be done with my shipping for the day and sit down and have some coffee. Okay, next item that's sold. I know I'm showing these like every single time I film one of these, but these have been selling. I had over 50 of them. I think I'm probably down to about 25 now. So this is a yard design sign. It's basically a magnetic sign. It would go into this little pole type thing, which, the people already have to own, and then they can buy as many of these as they want to switch them out. But yeah, I purchased a whole lot of these over the summer, and they just have been consistently selling. So $14.99 plus shipping. Next, I sold a Hearthstone Pottery First Edition cookie mold. Cookie molds used to do really, really well back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I started selling on eBay in 1999, and these type of things did well then. They don't really anymore. I have had this for years, and it finally sold for $15 plus shipping. Now, I do have an anchor store, so I get 10,000 listings included. So, I'm paying this one flat rate. I have not reached, 10,000 or anything. I have about 6,000. So it's not costing me anything extra to keep these things listed, and everything eventually sells. Everything sells eventually. So having these long tail kind of items is kind of nice because I get a good mix of new and old selling. So this works for me. It does not work for everyone if you don't have the storage space, but it does work for me. Okay, moving on. I sold another Roman Fontanini figurine. This sold for $9.99 plus shipping. I'm trying to think. I bought some of these from a yard sale, and then I also bought a whole bag of these in the spring at bag sale day. So I'm not sure which lot these came out of, but I got a whole group of them, and they consistently sell as well. I don't have many left. Alrighty. Next, I sold this Karen Scott Ivory Cream cardigan. Now, last week I sold a Karen Scott sleeveless, kind of like a mock turtleneck. This came from the same liquidation wholesale lot as that, which I've had for about 2 years. And like I said, I bought 100 pieces. Well, I said this last week. I bought 100 pieces, and you know, a lot of them were slow sellers. So I do think I've sold most of it now, though. Okay, moving on. This is a pair of I can't even say this. Fit flop boots. These were a recent pickup. There was no haul or anything showing these, but these were a recent pickup. New without box, say 6.5, and these sold for $54.99 plus shipping. These sold within about 2 weeks. Next, I sold this vintage Anna Lee doll. Anna Lee is another thing that they used to, back in the day, Anna Lee dolls used to sell for so much more, but I did buy a whole collection for $125. I actually still have some to list. I need to get on that. I am really behind with my listing as usual. Well, especially with Thanksgiving being here and everything, but trying to get back into it. Have a bunch of stuff ready to be listed. So hopefully later on today I'll get started on that. Anyway, this little guy sold for $9.99 plus shipping. He came out of that recent lot that I purchased. I also did pick up some Anna Lees at a yard sale. That was in one of my videos over the summer, and those have been selling too. All right, next I sold a polo Ralph Lauren sweater, $16.99 plus shipping. And then I sold this St. Nicholas Square caroling around the tree. I probably would have listed this a little bit more, but it had some issue. Let me see if I can find it. It had like some glue. Nope, that's not the one. Not the one I wanted to pull up. You can see that right there. Like these pieces looked like they were, glued, and this has like some wear to the paint or whatever. Anyway, it sold for $14.99 plus shipping, and this sold within a couple of weeks. Next, this I've actually had for a couple of years as well. This Monopoly New York Yankees game. I did not pay a lot for it, but it is complete, and it sold for $24.99 plus shipping. So yeah. Some Monopoly games sit for a while. I mean, it was open and used. All right, next I sold this J. Jill top. I actually took an offer on this. It sold for $29.99 with free shipping. And here we have another Yard Designs sign. Again, $14.99 plus shipping. And then we have a vintage style, because I don't think it's vintage, although it looks very vintage. Just a cross tree topper. I don't even think this was listed for 2 weeks. I picked this up recently. It was not in a haul video. I ended up not even filming at this location or doing a haul or anything. It was actually, I know Taco Stacks did a video there. It was a large indoor sale at what used to be the Bonton, but it closed, and now they host yard sale events there a few times a year. So I actually got in early. I was there before the public, basically. I kind of snuck in while they were still setting up, and it was actually worth it. I was a little nervous to do it, but a couple of my friends did it as well. And once I got in there and I was like asking people if they were okay with me buying stuff, they were like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like, we didn't come here not to sell, so buy away. So I did. And this was one of the first things I picked up. And I also got some vintage looking ornaments. which are really cool looking. They're listed in my eBay store right now. I posted about them on Instagram too, I believe. But yeah, so anyway, this sold for $19.99 plus shipping. All right, moving on. That was a long story. Okay, so I sold 4 Towel Beacon Hill soup spoons. These sold for $19.99 plus shipping. These were all new in box, and I parted them out into separate lots. So I have 1 lot of these left. Now to the same buyer, I also sold 4 of the dinner forks, and these sold for $39.99 plus the shipping. And I sold a set of the dinner forks earlier, so I have none of those left now. Alrighty. Here we have 2 more Anna Lee dolls from that recent lot that sold, and these actually did not sell for $37.99. I took a best offer of $25 for the set. And next I sold 3 Oneida Dover dinner knives. These sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Typically, dinner knives sell less than the rest of the sets. Usually, the pieces you can get the most money for are usually the dinner forks and the teaspoons. I would say salad forks are probably next in line after that. And then soup spoons and the dinner knives usually bring the lowest. Now, there are some exceptions, but that's just typically the rule. Okay. So I sold these Birkenstocks. These I have had for a while also. I no longer use that background. These were in kind of rough shape. They're really not the best condition, as you can see. But they finally sold for $19.95 plus shipping. Bernie's little tap, tap, tap. Do you hear his little feet? Alrighty, next I sold this J. Crew black lace peplum shirt. This sold to one of my viewers. This sold to Deb. Deb, thank you so much. And she also bought another item. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so here we have another Anna Lee doll. This actually did not come from that lot. This came from, I don't even remember. This came from a different sale at some point. And this guy has some issues. His tag was removed, so he's not marked with the Anna Lee tag. And the bag is kind of detached from his hand or whatever. Just won't stay. So he sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Next, I sold this Wilton covered casserole dish with the underplate platter. This sold for $34.99 plus shipping. This didn't take a super long time to, I don't know, it was probably listed for maybe 9 months. Maybe longer. All right, and here we go. This is the other item that Deb bought. This I just showed yesterday in my haul video. I actually had this and a sweater listed before I even published the video, so I need to do that more often. I need to get everything listed, but it's just not always possible. So, but anyway, I think she is going to love this, or her daughter's going to love this. But look at it. It's beautiful. If you didn't see yesterday's haul, if you did, you already saw that then. So anyway, then I sold a pair of Vionics. These were listed a couple weeks. These sold for $29.99 plus shipping. So if you guys have sandals, list them. They are still selling. I've been selling sandals. I mean, I haven't stopped selling sandals, really. All right. Next, I sold a Falstaff Snow Village Sugar Bowl and Creamer set. This took forever. Forever. I've had these for years. I purchased 2 sets of dinnerware from a thrift store that is no longer in operation. It was down in Forks Township, but it's no longer there. And I purchased 2 sets. I purchased the Snow Village, and I purchased another Falstaff set. It's the one with the polar bear, Winter Frost. Most of that sold relatively quickly. This stuff has taken a while. I even went as far as to put free shipping on it, which is really not something I like to do on hard goods. But anyway, the sugar and creamer finally sold. I definitely don't think I would pick that false graph setup again. I don't mind things taking a while to sell. I really don't I don't mind long tail, but as far as having a large set of dinnerware for long tail, I don't know. I want it to sell a little bit quicker than this stuff did. So there are always exceptions to my own rules. Okay, so next I sold these 4 false graph dinner plates. These were the red and yellow. I also have the blue and yellow, I believe. Maybe it's blue and green. I don't know. But these sold pretty quickly for $22.99 plus shipping. So not a large amount. But I did pick up a whole lot of these for a pretty good price. And it came with, I think, bowls and stuff like that. So I just kind of parted it out. And next I sold this American Girl doll pet grooming set. This sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Not a whole lot. American Girl just does not sell like it used to either. And, you know, this was also played with and had some stickers on it and stuff like that, and missing stickers and stuff like that. Alrighty, and then I sold this. This was in my haul video yesterday, and this also went to one of my viewers, so thank you, Anne. This is a really thick knit sweater with these pearls and beads like embellished throughout. This is just an awesome sweater, and it's really well made. It really is a beautiful piece. So I think she will enjoy that. Look at that. It's even better in person, honestly. The pictures don't do it any justice at all. Alrighty. Next, I sold a Tim Holtz set of stamps. These sold for $17.99 with free shipping. The buyer sent me a message and asked me if I could possibly do free shipping on these, so I changed the listing for her. If you guys have been watching me, you remember I picked these up. I picked these up over the summer at a yard sale. I actually paid quite a bit for the lot of 5 of them, and I thought this said Jim Holtz, and you guys all corrected me with the right name, so I was super grateful for that, because then I went back in and changed all the listings to the appropriate title. Okay, next I sold this pair of Crown Vintage booties, and these were new without box. These sold for $27.99 plus shipping. I think these were a pretty recent pickup too. I just, for some reason, cannot remember where I got them. I know they were pretty recent. All right, next I sold this HP wireless color LaserJet printer. This was one of those I was not looking forward to shipping, but it's done. It's over with. This guy was heavy. This package ended up being like 36 pounds. Anyway, this I picked up, again, if you guys have been watching me, I picked this up the very end of summer, possibly even fall. It might have been fall already. And I bought toner with it, and the toner sold right away for like $265. And this now finally sold for $119.99 plus shipping. It's so funny because right before it sold, I saw it. My daughter had an air conditioner in her room, and I took it out and I kind of put it near where this was stored. And I just I looked at it and I was like, oh, wow. I wonder if this is going to sell soon. And then a couple hours later, it sold. So strange when that happens. Does that ever happen to you guys when you like look at something or you think about something or you touch something? I know it sounds so bizarre, but then it will sell. That's happened to me so many times. Okay, now that everyone thinks I'm a complete nutcase, let's move on. Cambridge Winter Frost Flatware, I sold 2 of these for, I think it totaled like $109.98. I have some more available. I actually had a separate lot earlier on, about I don't know, not a month ago, a couple weeks ago, and they all sold out, and now 2 of these sold, and have a couple more to go. Next, I sold this Culver sprinkled donut glass. I love this, and I'm so sad that I could only find one of them at this sale, because it would have been really cool to have a whole set of these. This is Culver. It is the same, company that makes all the vintage Culver stuff, but this is not vintage. It's new. It's contemporary. Actually sold at TJ Maxx, but still very cool. They still sell them. I know there's a bunch of different themed ones out for Christmas this year. I saw them in the store. I purchased that at a yard sale, though. All right. Next, I sold more Longaberger. As someone commented last week, it wouldn't be a what sold video without some Longaberger in there. But I'll tell you, it's almost gone now. I don't have many pieces left unless I find some new stuff to list. Anyway, I sold 4 Woven Traditions Holly coffee mugs for $37.99 plus shipping. And I actually have 1 lot of these left. I sold 2 lots of them so far. And then I sold this Walt Disney Grandpa mug. It says it on the handle there. This sold for $17.95 plus shipping. So that's a good price. That's a good price for a Disney mug. I mean, I've sold Disney mugs for a lot more, but I thought this sold, I didn't realize what this sold for, so there. All right. And then lastly, I sold this 1,000 piece jigsaw puzzle for $11.95 plus shipping. So that is going to wrap up this week's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I sold 3 other items, but I'm not showing those because they haven't been paid for yet. So, why bother? Because they might end up needing to get relisted. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope all of you who are currently reselling, I hope you have had a fantastic weekend of sales, and I hope you have a fantastic week ahead of you for sales. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that bell button so you get notifications every time I upload. And until next time, bye.